put out into the deep. So when I was younger, I had an excuse for everything. Whether that was me being late for the bus. See, it wasn't my fault. I didn't tell the bus to come early. Or let's say I got a bad grade on a test. Again, it wasn't my fault. Teacher didn't put the right stuff on the study guide. How was I supposed to know how to study that stuff? Or if I didn't want to go over to a friend's house. Again, not my fault. My parents are mean. They wouldn't let me go. Sorry. See, nothing was ever my fault. And I had excuses for everything. And I think those excuses and the ones that I make today all stem from the same thing. And they stem from me being afraid or me being embarrassed. See, I'm afraid that I'll look bad. And if I do, people won't like me. And I want to be perfect. And when I'm not, I try and put it on somebody else, blame somebody else, or say it was out of my control so that I can save my face, so I can save face. And it reminds me a lot of a story in the Bible, and maybe you've heard of it and maybe you haven't. And if you haven't, that's okay. But it's a story right at the beginning of Jesus' public ministry. And at this point, he's been going around for a little while, slinging truth. He's been doing miracles. People have really started taking notice, and he's got a large crowd around him. He's standing at the shore, and he hops in Simon Peter's boat. And he says, hey, let's put out a little bit so I can teach these people. And after the sermon's done, he looks down at Simon Peter and he says, hey, man, let's go out there and catch some fish. And Simon kind of throws an excuse at him and he says, look, dude, I tried all night and I tried and I can't catch anything. I think it's probably an embarrassing thing, and some reason that he came back at him was because he's Simon the fisherman. Like, he's a fisherman. He's a man who catches fish. That was his identity, and he couldn't do it. He couldn't make it work. And as the story kind of continues, Jesus and him go out, and they put down their nets, and their nets start to break because they're catching so many fish. So they call their buddies over, and they fill up both boats to the point that they're in danger of sinking. And Simon Peter is just overwhelmed. See, he saw the power of God. He saw that Jesus had control over things that he didn't have control over, the things that were causing frustration and hurt. And for him, Jesus had control over. And so he does the only thing he can think of, which is he lays down at Jesus' feet and he says, I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. I'm a sinner. You've seen my hurt. You've seen my shame. Like, get away from me. You don't want any part of me. And Jesus says, no. Jesus says, no, I want your mess. See, I came to make you better. I came to clean up that mess. I came to make your life bigger than you had ever imagined. And he's saying the same thing to you. See, he wants you to go deeper. And that could be saying yes to Jesus. That could also mean going back to church if you haven't been in a while. That could mean trying to pray with one of your family members or a friend. It could mean saying yes to overseas mission work. It could mean even looking into religious life. See, wherever you're at, Jesus knows. And wherever you're at, he's calling you to more and he's calling you to go deeper. So today, I want to ask you to take a little bit of time and ask yourself two questions. One, where in my life is Jesus calling me to go deeper? And two, where in my life can I stop giving God the excuse of saying, God, I can't, and instead say, God, we can?